We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to sit here in this tight range from 367 to 375 mark, and it actually broke to lows today of 365, and we need to talk about what's going on in today's charts. But today within the volatility, our SPY bot at 12:10 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness on 42 vision there as you see in the charts, and put options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down within the volatility, guys. And you can now gain access to it as well. So in today's video, we're going to break down what made the SPY go lower and how the SPY has been in a hidden downward trend, guys. If you really look at it here, it's been in a slow downward trend, and the question mark is it going to stay in this channel or use this level of support here as support to bounce back up? We're going to break it all down in today's video with our inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run mentioned this morning was from our QQQ bot. It actually turned out to send notifications in both directions. And at 9:50 a.m., it sent out a bull indicator. Inflows crossed to the upside through the midpoint with strength on 42 vision, and it gave a highest point for the call options of 100% plus within an hour, guys. And then later on in the day at 12:10 p.m., it sent out a bear indicator. Those outflows had crossed the midpoint as well, going into further weakness on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. We strive for opportunities like these every single day, and let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, and as we stated earlier in the video, it's in this tight range between 365 and 375, but yet it's actually in a downward trend when you actually look at the channel that it's been in the last several days. Now, what made the stock market fall so fast after rising the first half? Well, there you see it pumping up on the screen. It has to do with different Fed members that were speaking, and the first one started speaking at 12, and it's no coincidence that our bear indicator popped up at 12 p.m. And as you could see here in the chart, it actually started falling from that moment forward, right around 11 a.m. all the way up towards the closing of the bell. Tomorrow, there's no economic data that I'm aware of coming out. If you want to piggyback on that, or you have any other economic data that you're aware of, share it with us. But right now, I do not see anything else. And it's very interesting how fast things move just because 3 different Fed members spoke. Now, as we came back down, we slightly broke through the support of 367, and we're fighting to stay above the next support of 365, and it hit lows here of 364. And we need to talk about the key levels to watch going into tomorrow, if this weakness will continue or could it be used as support for the next bull run, right? That's what we're going to break down here in today's video. I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility over the charts. So here we are with the bear indicator canceling out the most recent bull indicator, and outflows crossed the midpoint here on the 30-minute. And from yesterday to today, those inflows picked up, they slowed down, crossed the midpoint again, and here we are trying to slow down again. And interesting enough, we're around the same levels and same areas where the outflows slowed down yesterday. And this is where it gets interesting, because it's going to be significant if these inflows could pick back up and cross that midpoint, or if they stay below it and pull down even further, as we are right now under a bear indicator that canceled that bull indicator on the 30-minute, and on the 15-minute, big bear indicator here as well. But these inflows have tried to pick up. You could see people buying up the dip there, but not enough strength to cross over the midpoint and reflect into the chart. So we need to watch that carefully. I'm going to be watching the 15-minute here as it tries to come back up, or if it rejects below it. It's under a bear indicator as well, as you could see there. Hit extreme weakness here. For those of you here for the first time in this channel, the points of extreme weakness is white with red borders, which is what we call the dip areas, and the rip areas is bright green of extreme strength. And the transition from the dip to the rip, we have the bull and bear indicators in inflow versus outflows as extra layers of confirmation. And then we went from a rip area to a dip area here on the 15-minute within those transitions, which could try to go ahead and reverse from here, but not every single reversal is as strong. And that's how we have the inflow versus outflow to show us the strength and weakness between those points of reference, right? So something to keep in mind here as it's trying to go back up. We definitely need to see dark green bars and bright green bars and inflows get crossed for this to get moving and cancel that bear indicator with the bull indicator here on the 15-minute. Now, on the 30-minute, we are under the midpoint. Outflows are dominating, and the 1 hour was a crucial level yesterday, right? We were really close to the midpoint and needed a crossover, and it certainly did, right? It went from 367 all the way to highs today of 372, but those inflows slowed down, and right there around the middle of the day, when that bear indicator popped up from our SPY bot, right, and on multiple time frames, on the 15-minute, 30-minute as well, you could see that things started to pull downwards, that outflow got crossed, but now it has slowed down. It's right back to the same area it was yesterday. Now, if it pulls down even further, it has room to do so, because based off the history of the chart, we've gone as low as -8 and -14. Right now, we're only -3. So we want to watch that carefully here on the outflows of the 1 hour. Is it going to come back up, or is it going to pull down even further down? And what are the key levels to watch here? Well, on the bigger picture, right, we want to see here 364 if it gets tested or gets broken through, right? If that happens, the next support is 362, and below that is 360. Now, to the upside, we want to see this get back up towards 367, break out from there, get to 369, where this bear indicator popped up, get canceled by a bull indicator in the process, get those inflows back up to cross over the midpoint, find support up here to create that staircase effect, and then get back to the highs here of 372, where it has actually multiple times rejected, and the highest point it's reached in this run of the last several days, and the highest point of the peak here was 375. So from 372, we definitely want to get to 375, and then we can start talking about higher levels within the charts. But a lot of volatility, as I've stated before. I believe volatility is here to stay. Not financial advice, but having a clarity and edge over the charts makes all the difference, right? And this volatility is going to continue, especially until the Fed is actually bringing some clarity. Right now, everyone is anticipating an even bigger drop. The sentiment is not that bullish yet. Things have moved up really quickly. And one of the ways I like to refer to these big moves, especially when we hit new 52-week lows, is there's long-term investors as well as short-term investors, right? And the fact that we hit a new 52-week low, if you think about it, we hit 348 on the SPY and we're bouncing off of it really quickly. There's someone buying up the dip for a long-term investment. If you think about it, whatever prices the SPY was at, or even individual stocks at that point, that is the lowest price that we know of since the peak, right, from last year, all the way to this point since way up here at 430s. Think about that. That's the lowest point that we know of. Could it go lower? Sure. Could it retest it? Sure. Anything is possible. But when you look at the bigger picture of things, that is the lowest point. So anyone with a 5-year horizon, 3+ year horizon, or even longer, they saw that as an opportunity. So a lot of money's coming in, not because it's a trade or because, oh, that's the bottom. If not, they're either dollar cost averaging or getting fresh new positions at prices that we have not seen since this has been crashing and that we have not seen in over a year, guys. So that's where this is all coming from. And all of a sudden now, we do have a bull indicator here on the 4-hour as you see it there, and the inflows picked up, but they slowed down since the point of 374. You could see those outflows there. They crossed yesterday, and here we are transitioning from dark green to red. And now the question mark is, will a bear indicator pop up to cancel this out? I'll be watching that as well, especially with outflows dominating. But the way I like to look at these big jumps and how fast they happen, because I mean, this is a really, really big jump, especially here from 348 to almost 375, more than 10% plus in just a few days. Someone's buying up the dip. And if you look at the inflow versus outflow indicator, that is one of the largest inflows that we had on October 13th since way back here in May. So someone thought, right, that these prices were phenomenal, whether it's short term, long term. I believe it's long term investors trying to dollar cost average or get the best price or start a position with the best price that we know of in the last year. We don't know what's going to happen moving forward. Volatility is here, right? And within it, there's opportunities. But if we know that's the lowest that we've seen, they're placing a bet, I guess. That's their whole entire mentality and approach. That's the way I'm looking at it. And from my perspective, like I stated, I believe volatility is here to stay. This does not confirm that this is the bottom. We have a lot ways to go, especially when you look at the 1 week. We still are here with the outflows dominating under red, and same thing with the 1 month, and we're under a bear indicator and pulling away from that midpoint. And we've broken it all down here, even with the lagging indicators and where analysis price targets are coming from when they state 2,900, 3,000, 3,200 as the bottom, quote unquote. We do not know what's going to happen, but that's how bearish things are. And within the volatility, like I state every single time, there's opportunities, guys, every single day. But this big jump, it was really fast and really quick in a short period of time. Someone's dollar cost averaging again, or either going ahead and starting a position in certain stocks at the prices that they think or believe to be the best prices that we know of right now, right? Of right now in the last year since the peak of the market. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.